What's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and today I want to address an email that I just received from the mother of a daughter who's dating a guy who's in prison. He's serving 5 years in prison. With me addressing this email because it's a very interesting topic that I think a lot of people are going to find interest in. Maybe you will. It really gives me a great idea, and that is, folks, if you have any questions that you would like me to address, give you guys my prison expertise specialist opinion on, or any type of situations that you guys are dealing with, please shoot me an email, joepguerrero2@gmail.com. That is the official After Prison Show email. This mother writes to me, and the title of this email is Amount of Money Needed in Prison. And again, her daughter is dating a guy who's currently serving a 5-year sentence. I'm going to be reading you this email, and her concern is, how much money does an individual need while serving time? How much is too much? How much is enough? How much is not enough? Do they even need money at all? Folks, that's what we're getting ready to talk about today in this video, and it is my hope to be able to enlighten you guys and entertain and educate in some kind of a way with what we're getting ready to dive into. However, before we do all of that diving, I do want to take a moment and address the sponsor of this video, an awesome mobile game app by the name of Raid Shadow Legends. For those of you who don't know, Raid Shadow Legends is a brand new collection RPG game that is taking the mobile gaming landscape by storm. Almost 10 million players worldwide have already downloaded the game in just 3 months. It has great graphics, strategy, gameplay, huge boss fights, an amazing storyline, and over 400 champions you can collect and personally customize. And what exactly the champions are, or the characters that you can use and play with in this game. With over 400 champions, my favorite is this one right here. Check out Dark Elves. She's got the bow and arrow right there. She goes. She got that bow and arrow. You don't want to mess with Dark Elves now. You don't want to be doing no messing with her. Also, check out the Sacred Order. Look at this dude right here. His sword looks like the damn blade of a chainsaw. Oh yeah, he ain't playing no games. What I love about this game is that everyone can find something for themselves. Some love collecting characters. Some are all about the deep storyline and graphics. And personally, me, I'm down for battling players live and winning those battles as well. The game is free to play. You can enjoy PvP battles in arena, PvE in dungeons, and cool, huge boss fights. Personally, I think the game is amazing, but you don't have to take my word for it with almost 200,000 reviews. Almost sounds like the comments section of After Prison Show here on YouTube. Raid has an almost perfect score. Check out the score right here, a 4.6 star review out of 5 stars. That's really good. The game is growing super fast, and the highly anticipated new update is now live. And there is a new awesome loyalty/rewarding program for new players. Get a new daily login reward for the first 90 days while you're playing this game. So every day that you turn this game on for the first 90 days, you're gonna get you some type of a loyalty reward just for playing the game. But folks, I really enjoy playing Raid Shadow Legends for the simple fact that you can play this game for 5 minutes or 5 hours, whatever you like. And every time that you open this game up, there's always something new to do. And with that, you guys can find me under the username joepguerrero. And if you're quick enough, you just might be able to join my clan. So I really hope you guys will go down below to the descriptions of this video. Check out Raid Shadow Legends using the exclusive After Prison Show link. Go ahead and download this game for free. And you guys are going to immediately get 50,000 free silver and a free epic new champion within the first week as a part of the new player program to start your journey. So again, a very special shout out to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. And with that, what do you say we go ahead and dive? I really didn't know what I was doing there. I kind of lost it mid-dive, head first into this video. How much money do you need, or does an individual need? Hopefully you'll never need to know or find out, or at least have to find out again if you've already been to prison. But how much money does a person, a prisoner, somebody who is serving time need while in prison? Folks, I just received this email from a mother, a concerned mother. Her daughter is dating a guy who's in prison. And again, the headline of this email is Amount of Money Needed While in Prison. I want to share this email now with you. We are going to change the name of the woman who sent me this email so that her identity can remain anonymous. She might not even care if I use her name, but we are going to change her name. We're going to call her Tatiana. I don't know, it's the most unique name that I could think of. Tatiana, for the sake of this email. Tatiana wrote to me and says, "Hello, Joe. First off, I find your YouTube channel awesome, entertaining, educational, and inspirational, and has helped me understand what goes on in the jail and prison." You know, Tatiana, I greatly appreciate you rocking with the After Prison Show, and I'm really happy to hear that you, and hopefully a lot of other people as well, find this to be entertaining, awesome, educational, and inspirational just as you do. So thank you for that. I have a question and I want your opinion. My daughter has a boyfriend currently doing 5 years in federal prison in Oregon. Actually, we ought to change this. He's in Alaska, folks. He's in Alaska. He got caught driving a snowmobile with a large amount of meth and a gun at his house. She's got felons in the little things. So I'm guessing that he was already a felon when he got caught with a gun and driving a snowmobile with a large amount of meth. I imagine he got pulled over with that. When he got arrested in interrogation, it probably went somewhat like how my interrogation went, where the cops were basically asking me, what are we going to find if we go search your house? I didn't have nothing at the house. What I got caught with was right there on me, but unfortunately for this guy, for Tatiana's daughter's boyfriend, he had a gun, he was already a felon, and you definitely shouldn't be driving a snowmobile with a whole bunch of meth on you. And he only got 5 years for that. He was already a felon with the gun. He got caught with a lot of meth. He's doing federal time. He's got 5 years. I'm wondering if cooperation at all played a part of this, or maybe that was just the amount of time that he ended up getting. The feds are definitely known for working those cooperation deals. I'm not trying to say anything about no extra hot dog tray Tekashi 6ix9ine. Regardless, Tatiana's daughter's boyfriend got caught with the meth and the gun, and he's currently doing 5 years in the feds in Alaska. My concern is she gives him $300 every month for him to buy what he needs. Before I respond, I'll let that marinate right there. I do believe in the feds. I could be completely wrong, but if you know better than this information that I'm providing, isn't $300 a month the max that you're able to order in the feds? Plus, he does something with stamps to make money on the side. I'm wondering what he's doing with those stamps. Now, when I was locked up, a big hustle that dudes had, this was right as email was coming into play in the prison, was dudes wanted to take stamps, boatloads of stamps, hundreds of dollars worth of stamps. Bring those home, take those back to the post office, and I don't remember if you would get the full amount for the stamps or if you would get like 70% of what the stamps were worth, but it was a come up. It was a thing that I know plenty of guys who were definitely trying to do exactly that. I wonder if what this mother is mentioning in this email is anything like that, or maybe he's just using it as currency in prison. Could be any number of things that he's doing with stamps in prison. Could be getting the Suboxone in. Joe, what? That slept. I don't usually. From everything I've heard on YouTube, people locked up really need money to buy food, and I understand that 100%. My question is $300 more than he needs? We're going to answer that question in a minute. I hope you can give me your thoughts on this. I don't want my daughter being taken for granted. Plus, the relationship with this guy was never very healthy. He was selfish and very immature. Now that he's in prison, he's telling her how much he's changed, etc. Do you think this guy is living large off my daughter's $300 monthly? Would less money be plenty for him to get by? Question mark. I don't know. Thanks for reading this and hopefully letting me know your opinion. Tatiana. Tatiana, thank you for reaching out to the prison Dr. Phil. I'm going to try to address this and break this down in the best possible terms in ways that I can. And there could potentially be people who disagree with what I'm getting ready to say. I am quite certain that $300 a month is the max that federal prisoners are able to order in commissary. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that I'm not. Maybe I am. I'm confusing myself. So if $300 is the max limit that he can order, this dude is maxing out. And when you ask, is he living large? Oh yeah, absolutely. if that's the most that you can order. $300 a month, let's divide that by 4. It doesn't go into 4 too well. It's $75 a week. That's a decent commissary bag this dude's coming back with. And I would even go as far as to say potentially he's coming back with that Christmas bag loaded. Oh, this dude's got his feet kicked up, kicked back on my rack, crushing up. How did that rap song go that I wrote?
Till then, sit my happy ass in prison bond status. How I'm living, doing what a boss does. Eating every last thing up in my locker, kick back with my feet up on my rack, crushing up a pack, cuz. Till then, sit my happy ass in prison bond status. How I'm living, doing what a boss does. Eating every last thing up in my locker, kick back with my feet up on my rack, crushing up a pack, cuz.
I mean, I even made a rap song about this. You know, when a guy is able to live large because he's got somebody who's sending him money, oh, his time is going to go by with relative ease. If your daughter is in a position where she is able to send him $300 a month, let's just go ahead and times that by 10. 10 months, that's $3,000. $3,600 a year is what your daughter's sending this dude. Times 5 is $15,000. It's 8. It's like $17,000 or $18,000 your daughter would have invested, because this isn't even spending money at this point. This is an investment that your daughter is making in her boyfriend if she were to send him $300 every single month for the next 5 years, or for however long he's already been locked up, and for the remainder of the 5 years. Now, to expound upon this even further, is $300 enough, not enough, too much? It all depends. You know, when you think about what a person needs money for in prison, there's a lot of different things. The number one need for money in prison is commissary. You got commissary, personal property, whatever that may be that they're able to order, which is your shoes, your sweatpants, your sweatshirts, your thermals, your additional items, radios, electric razors, whatever they're allowed to get in the federal system. That definitely varies in terms of personal property versus what prisoners are allowed to get in the state system. But money is absolutely important for commissary items. If he's involved in anything, you know, that he shouldn't be involved with, whether we're talking about the cigarettes, the wine, the drugs, there's money that's going to be needed for that. The gambling, the prison porn, money is needed for that. You've got medical if you're going to the dentist to try to get a tooth pulled or a cavity filled, or if you got to put in a sick call slip to see the nurse because you got a flu or you got the cold. Like, all of these things cost money. Then, not even to mention the telephone. If your daughter is sending this dude $300 a month, is that $300 a month just for the commissary, or does that also include the phone? Because if she's putting money on the phone and sending him money and she's spending $300 a month, well, then that's not so bad right there. You know, they're probably talking on the phone for a decent amount, 1 or 2 calls a day, and he's able to order commissary as well. Now, he's not going to be able to order that $75 a week, but maybe he is able to order him a little bit of what he needs. The fact of the matter is $300 a month too much in terms of just for Zoom Zooms and Wham Whams, your ramen noodle soups, your chips, your sodas, your Snickers bars that hopefully you'll never find on your pillow? Is $300 a month too much? And in my own personal opinion, and this is going to sound so messed up, I almost don't even feel right saying this, but I do feel like that's too much. It is too much. Do you need $75 a week in commissary? Everybody wants it. Don't get me wrong. If you're locked up, you want that. And if you can order $100 a week, you're going to want that too. But you don't necessarily need it. Not to survive, at least. Oh, and one other thing that I forgot to mention, one very critical thing that I forgot to mention in terms of what that money could potentially be needed for outside of the commissary items, is if you got to pay for protection. And I don't want to sit here and make no jokes about that situation, because that is a very real thing that happens. There are dudes right now, today, yesterday, and tomorrow, and for the remainder of time, who have got to pay a certain amount of money per week, per month, just to be able to live where they are living. Is this dude having to do that, guy? You know, I would hope not. Is this dude involved in the wrong things, possibly dealing with an addiction while he's in prison? I would hope not as well. Is this dude feeding your daughter a line of BS? I would hope not. Is there the possibility of any of these 3 things taking place, or all of these things taking place? Absolutely. And you just never know. There's no way for you to honestly know, because this is between your daughter and her boyfriend. And ultimately, if your daughter loves this man, which it must seem that she does, to be able to do what she's doing for him, then, you know, you can only hope the best in that situation. And when you hear that he mentions that he's changed, Well, hopefully he has, but honestly, there is the possibility that he is just feeding her a line of BS, and I hate to be the devil's advocate here, but I'm keeping it real with you. You know, this is between your daughter and her boyfriend, and I just hope for the best in this situation. And ultimately, if anything were to change between, your daughter sending this dude this money that she is, that's going to have to be a decision that she makes or, reaches a point that she decides that she doesn't want to do that anymore. Because what I feel like I'm doing right now by even addressing this situation, I kind of feel like I'm putting some salt in the game right here, like messing this up for this dude. And I don't want to feel like that, but I am going to tell you the truth. How much money does an individual need to live comfortably in prison? Well, ultimately, the answer to that is the most that they could possibly get. Because the more money that you got and you're able to spend, the more lavish you're going to live, and the more you're going to be able to lay back with your feet kicked up on your rack, crushing up a pack. That's the truth. But do you honestly need that? No, you don't. You can get by with, I've seen guys get by with nothing, with just a prison hustle washing dishes for a cup of coffee and a ramen noodle soup. I've seen guys get by with $10 a week, $25 a week, $50 a week, and upwards of $100 a week, because in the state system, that was the max. We could order $100 a week every single week, $400 a month. And there were dudes who were doing that. In conclusion, how much money do you need to survive prison? I mean, any amount of money that you can get is going to help you survive prison. I've heard in the federal system, the jobs aren't as good or even good paying as they are in the state system, but I honestly don't know. You got to consider, does this guy got some kind of a state job where he's making 20, 30, 40 extra dollars a month? It may not sound like much, but that's a trip to the commissary right there. That's almost like a free trip to the commissary right there, in addition, and especially if you're getting extra money sent in to you. The amount of money that you need to survive prison is any amount of money that you can get, because you're going to see guys who have no money, and you're going to see guys who act like and think that they got all the money in the world, when really they don't. They just got somebody who's out there blessing them, probably working super hard, not only to be able to live their own life out there in the free world, but to also be able to take care of somebody else who's locked up. Money is probably one of the most important things that a prisoner can try to get, to have, and to do anything in an effort to not only be able to get that money, but to also be able to keep that money coming in. And I don't want this to sound like I'm saying that he might be manipulating or conning your daughter, but let's just be real here. There is that potential, even a very good likelihood that he is. But honestly, is he? Who's to know? Hopefully he loves your daughter with everything that he's worth. And by him getting locked up this time with this meth and this gun and being blessed, forget the money he's getting sent, blessed to only receive the 5-year sentence that he's serving now. He really is telling the truth that he's changed. But only time will tell, as cliche as that sounds. Tatiana, I hope that I've answered this question for you and addressed this topic the best that I possibly can, and in a way that in some way helps you. And I want to thank you for sending me this email. And if any of you have any kind of questions or topics that you would like me to address, shoot me an email. Again, that address is joepguerrero, 2, @gmail.com. That is the official After Prison Show email address. And I look forward to hearing from you guys and potentially answering any questions that you may have. Hey, look, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please leave a like and a comment letting me know exactly what you thought about it. As always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day. Peace!